Forward, and we are all set to go. Ready to run. Racing. Getting away very nicely from the inside is NICCIANA. Get away well, and coming across here is Chino La Diva. It's sliding over and going forward as well as our mate Archie early on. Kalura's nice and close, and then came Himsabella there, caught out 3 wide. Further back in the field, Ain't So Bad, then Sacred Oath. Travelling well is Galaxy Affair over on the inside, and then came Star Walker. Statewide is getting back in the field. Well back in the field too was Commissions, beaten for speed. Then came Becca Lottie, who's behind Statewide. Cosmic Chaos, and Premium Girl is back at the tail. So Chino La Diva likes it on the rail and out in front. It's tugging for rain, but led by 1. Our mate Archie much closer in the run today. NICCIANA's racing in 3rd spot. CJP giving it every chance. Likewise Chris Parnham with Kalura. And then came Himsabella on the inside of Ain't So Bad from Star Walker. And then Sacred Oath right around the outside. Commissions, Premium Girl, Statewide well back. And also Galaxy Warrior. And then came Becca Lottie and Cosmic Chaos as they come into the home straight. So Chino La Diva had the lead, but NICCIANA moved up quickly on the outside with Kalura giving chase strongly. And then came Himsabella there, further back Sacred Oath, but dashing clear now. NICCIANA raced 2 lengths in front of Kalura. On the inside, Chino La Diva, but it's an easy win to NICCIANA, and NICCIANA won by 3 lengths to Kalura. Chino La Diva and Himsabella there. An offload just off them by our mate Archie, who ran well today from Commissions Statewide. Sacred Oath wasn't a bad run. An offload by Star Walker, Cosmic Chaos from the back of the field. Well back in the field, Galaxy Affair, and then came Ain't So Bad, Premium Girl and Becca Lottie. 13 is the winner, NICCIANA over Kalura. And Chino La Diva back on the inside in front of Himsabella there. But comfortable work for NICCIANA. CJP 410 and 160. Kalura at $3. Chino La Diva back 3rd on the inside in front of Himsabella there. It's 13, 11, 3 and 2. 13, 11, 3 and 2. Number 5 ran 5th, and number 14, Sacred Oath, was 200 to 1 and has finished in 6th place and not too far away as well. Looked a first 4 player at the 200 metre mark. Just weakened slightly over the final 100. But gee, that was a big win. This looks a nice horse, NICCIANA. It's absolutely waltzed home to score, and won even more easily than what it did at Northam when it just sped away from its rivals, beating Torrey's World, and was put into a beautiful spot there by CJP, and Michael Grantham has trained another one here for Peter's Investments. Tracked the leader, Chino La Diva, and in the run, it was the only one you really wanted to be on. 22.30, Quinella Exacta $30.10, Trifecta 411.80, 13.11.3. First 4, 13.11.3 and 2, $3,870. So the ever consistent Kalura, once she gets into form, that's 3 seconds in a row now, Kalura. And Chino La Diva, Daniel O'Connor gave it a little push there, found the fence, rolled along. Has been chopped down over the final 200, but was good enough. And Himsabella there, typical honest run into 4th place. So we'll head downstairs now to Lockie after the running of the final race. It's another win here to Peter's Investment, and this horse by NICCIANA, a gelding out of a Volksrad mare, Viana, looks to have super potential. Lockie.
Thanks, Rich. Great calling here at Ascot this afternoon. I'm now joined by Bob Peters for the winner of NICCIANA. Bob, lightly raced, and he looks like he has plenty of ability.
Yes, he's taken a long time. I think he's been shin sore 5 times. But this breed, that seems to happen to them. I've had a few that by this stallion that do that to me, but they usually finish up fairly good at the end if you wait.
Has he always shown yourself and Michael plenty of ability behind the scenes, or has he almost surprised you with how much he's really come on since that maiden win at Northern?
No, well, he just hasn't had any racing because we couldn't get him to the races. So he had a race way back, and then went shin sore again, and then we brought him back, and then he won the maiden at Northam, and everyone said he didn't beat anything, but you can only beat what's there, and today he showed us that he may have a little bit of ability.
Does he give Michael and Clint the feel of a type of horse that will only continue to improve with more race experience under his belt?
Well, we hope so. It's early days yet.
You and Michael, and in fact all your old trainers, have had so much success with the Nicconis. In your experience, would he want any further than 1,400 metres, or do you feel like this is likely his go?
Oh, he might get another 100 or he might get to a mile, but I don't think he'd get beyond that. He's not really bred to do it.
What did you make of Opportunistic's run earlier today?
Pretty average.
Where to next for him then?
Maybe the York Cup.
Back to the drawing board, perhaps. Well done on what was a reasonable day for yourself and Michael. Well done.
Yes, can't complain. Thank you.
There's Bob Peters after the win of NICCIANA. Great day for the Cerise and White once again, and Clint Johnson-Porter rounds out the day with a winner, and a really nice winner at that, Scott. You always love those types of horses that have tactical speed and then can show a turn of foot at the back end of their races, and that's exactly what he did.
Exactly right. He drew a barrier, he got a lovely run, Clint, but he tracked into it beautifully.
Yeah, he just he's real hard about the game, this horse. He travels real strong, doesn't really want to chill out, and I thought the 14 doing the non-chilling part he might unfold him, but no, he never felt like he was going to get beat.
Bolted in at Northam, and today he's taken a big step and maiden straight to a 60-plus graduation.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think he had much off the bridle at Northam, but obviously he does. He's got a lot more there to give you, so that's a positive.
I feel good because I thought the same thing, so we were both wrong, but well done to you.
Yeah, I'm happy when I'm wrong because it's been a hard day for me. Thank you.
There's CJP combining with Michael Grantham, Peters Investments and NICCIANA, a really nice horse. And I think we may have just unearthed one here, Scotty, with NICCIANA winning the last of the day. And I suppose the beauty of him is that he's a 4-year-old, so they'll just be taking their time with him. But Scott, officially, the crowd number here at Ascot, 8,851 people on Belgravia Stakes Day. It has been a huge turnout here at Ascot.
It's remarkable, Lockie. I mean, Irish Day every single year is really well attended, but this is just something else. I certainly haven't been here for an off-Broadway meeting like this. I mean, with all due respect to the Belgravia, but gee, this is a serious crowd. This feels like, and probably is, a Melbourne Cup crowd.
Yep. Highlights of the day, we'll go back to the beginning of the day, all on red. He's doing a wonderful job for Tiana Noski and Luke Campbell. 2 from 2, undefeated, can't do much more than that. We haven't seen another 2-year-old win so far. They've taken it all by storm, and then it only built from there. But I think everybody's highlight out of today's program has to be that first up victory of King of Light. That was a sensational return to racing. He had 2 runs as a 2-year-old, 1,300 metres and then wide throughout at 1,400. So he'd never actually raced at 1,200 before. Nobody missed his first trial over 1,000 metres. It was outstanding. But in that second trial, it was probably a little bit just soft. They weren't out there to sort of test him, but it probably just left a little bit of jury out, and whether the 1,200 metres would bring him undone. That turn of foot, repeating at 14 and then repeating at 16, he looks like the one. Look, I won't say he'll be unbeatable in a Faritha Stakes at 1,400 metres, just in case he does get back to last from a wide gate, but come WA Guineas time, he is going to absolutely eat up the mile. Well, I'm glad he didn't, because you said that about September Born last year, and we got him sore. We pulled up lame because we put the slows on him, but he looks like the standout 3-year-old that we've seen so far. But now all of a sudden, at the next step at the 1,400, the 2 sexes split. So Melbourne Cup Day here for the fillies and the Burgess Queen. The boys go to the Saturday with the Faritha Stakes. And also what you get out of today is that real changing scene, because some of those horses that went to the 12 today are the Belgravia. They'll aim up at the 1,200 metres of the Placid Arc, whereas the rest of them will head up to the 1,400 metres. So a lot of those horses will now split, and we get to see the return of some other nice ones that are about to join in that series. That's a look at, an in-detailed look at the 3-year-old series, but in terms of some of the older horses, as you touched upon, September Born, he was massive in defeat. First up for nearly a year, only going down by the barest of margins. And credit where credit's due, Asphalt, he was 1 out, 1 back. He had to make a long, sustained run around the field. And now, I suppose, for Josh Crispin and Asphalt, and also Neville Parnham and September Born, they'll really be thinking about whether they head to an RJ Peters in 3 weeks' time. Yeah, they go to the Bob. That's what we're going to call it. I think they're going to have to chase that golden ticket to get into a Railway Stakes. I mean, Asphalt, I don't even think's nominated for the Railway Stakes, but he's just come so quickly to hand and been so impressive. But I think for September Born, desperate that they wanted the points today, and he got beaten in that narrow photo. It might even be a case of having to throw a nom in next week for the Asian Bow, and just having a little look around to see, one, how many noms there are and whether you'd sneak into that field of 16 or not, because otherwise it's one hit and run mission. And in a world next week in the Asian Bow where Cosmic Crusader doesn't win, he's the same. He's going to have to go to the Peters. So if that unfolds in that direction, you don't want to go to the Peters anyway, just to be beaten by a really talented type. So there's a lot to unfold. Because of the horse flesh and because of the crowd, it has just been incredible here at Ascot. It has been one of our favourite days for a long time, the last 4 or 5 years in our opinion. But you know what's so great? we get to see Joker's Grin back next Saturday, so it just gets getting better and better here in WA.
Well, it won't be a big field, the Prince of Wales. I don't think it's going to grab a whole lot of it, numbers, because Joker's Grin's going to scare most of them off. But his program will be first up into the Prince of Wales, second up into the Colonel Reeves, third up into the Winterbottom, and then sounds like fourth up into the Gold Rush. And that would be really exciting to see last year's Quokka winner going around at 1,400 metres, and whether or not he can take that next step and just continue that improvement that we're seeing from him every time he goes to the races. If you want to watch a trial, Joker's Grin's last trial was just arrogant. Paddy Carberry had him in second gear and he just ambled up to them effortlessly. It's beautiful to watch.
So we're already looking forward to that next Saturday afternoon here at Ascot. But what a remarkable day of racing it's been on Belgravia Stakes and Irish Day. That's all Scotty and I have time for. It's good night from us.